Hi everyone, it's Bodega Profeta, and today we're going to be talking about Gemini season. Excuse me if I look a little rough. I just woke up from a nap. Alright, so Gemini season started yesterday, May 21st, and it ends June 21st. I'm seeing posts all over Instagram like, y'all better get ready for Gemini season. All my Geminis, like, so excited for you guys. Gemini is the start of the summer, and who doesn't love the summer? So, as always, we talk about the sine wave diagram of long-term history. And if we look at the gram, we see that Gemini season biblically starts around 6000 BC, which is the time for Adam and Eve. The start of the human race, really, like in the Bible at least. Obviously, for me, I feel like humans have been around for so much longer than we think, but this is I always go into the introduction talking about the Bible first, representing the zodiac constellations. So Gemini in the Bible really represents Adam and Eve, the twins, really. Like the constellation in the sky is the twins. And Adam and Eve essentially are twins if you think about it when God created them. It is said that supposedly God made the guy first, then pulled a rib out, was able to make a female. Whatever you want to take from that, you take from that. I believe woman came first and it was rewritten, but we don't have to get into that. So one of the first things I want to read from the Bible is Genesis 2:7. Then the Lord God formed man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. So this is the Bible, saying, all right, God did everything, creating the world. Now it's time to create humans. Now it's time to breathe life into this planet. And so he's saying, like, a lot of times in the Bible, God talks about, like, don't forget, you're literally just dust to me. Like, in one blow, you're gone. You're dust, basically. And in the Bible is repetitively spoken about that humans are just dust. And then a little later, 2:16, Genesis, the Lord God commanded the man, saying, from any tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat from it you will surely die. Conspiracy theorist I am, so here we go. What I get from this is, for me, I believe that humans were meant to live infinitely. We could live for as long as we like, as long as we're doing the good deeds and eating healthy, eating right. Like if you read in the Bible, they used to say that a lot of these people that are mentioned in the Bible used to live 700, 800, 900 years. And people like to say, oh no, well, time was different. They didn't have the 360 year calendar, this, that, and the third. Whatever you want to believe, but I genuinely believe that humans can live indefinitely. It's all a matter of your health. And there are other parts of the Bible that really just say, like, eat fruit, eat vegetables and all that, like, don't touch animals. But then there are parts that say, like, you can sacrifice animals. So it's very contradicting. But like I said, you got to take what you want from the Bible. But being said, God is telling them, you can eat whatever you want, just not the tree of knowledge. So why doesn't God want Adam and Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge? It's not just because they're naked and they're going to find out they're naked. Like, that's not just the reason. There's so many reasons as to why. Because if you think about it, kids are so innocent because they don't know anything yet. They're just learning. They're just now like starting to feel the waters. They don't know anything, so they're innocent and they're happy and they're like, yes, life is great. And then the older you get, the more knowledge you retain, kind of like the more depressing life can be. So maybe that's why God was telling them, like, just don't even bother with this. Like, don't. But why even put it there? Why even put the tree there? And that kind of goes to show, you know, God created earth. God is almighty. But planting the tree of knowledge, was it a test? Or is it that God is in cahoots with the devil? Unfortunately, maybe he doesn't have, or they don't have the ability to control that. I don't know. I don't want to get into deep into that. But that is something that is like brewing in my head. So after that, when the woman saw the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was desirable to make one wise, she took from its fruit and ate, and she gave also to her husband, and he ate. That's Genesis 3:6. So now that everybody wants to blame the woman, it's fine. Y'all could blame us. It is what it is. But she took a bite. After they told her don't take the bite, she still took the bite because I guess she wanted to know things. And then immediately, obviously, they're like, oh my gosh, we're naked. And they get shy around each other and this and the third. And, you know, God finds out and he tells them basically like, you guys messed up and now you guys are going to die, basically. And he didn't kill them immediately, but I think maybe that's when God was like, you know what? This life of where you thought you were going to live forever is not, you know. If we try to like get really into Adam and Eve, is a very complicated story in the Bible. There's so many rights and wrongs. There's so many people in disputes. Oh my gosh, no, the woman couldn't have eaten the apple first. It had to be the guy. You know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We weren't there. We don't know what's going on. We're reading off of a Bible. We're trying to make it sense for us. So however you want to take it, it really doesn't matter. But the point is, God told us don't do it. And we managed to do it. And now there's like a string of misery that companions humans to this day. In ancient Roman history, the story of Gemini, like the history, they correlated with the foundation and the beginning of the Roman Empire, which was obviously not in 6000 BC, but it was pretty early. I think it was like 750 BC or something like that. And the story is about these two twins, Romulus and Remus. And according to, you know, ancient myths or whatever, these two twins were like homeless, abandoned, and this wolf found them and like fed them and took care of them and whatever. And they got old enough and they come to find out that they're actually like, you know, royalty or this and the third. They begin the foundation of Rome, the Roman Empire. One of the brothers gets jealous. I read into it, but it was like really complicated. There was so many different types of stories. So supposedly one of the brothers gets jealous and kills the other one. And that's pretty much like the Roman mythology behind Gemini. The foundation of Rome, why I decided that was important to put in is because growing up, I had such a problem with like idolizing Roman Catholics, and I was baptized Roman Catholic, just because you learn in history like all the war, all the deaths, all that mistreatment, caused by the Roman Empire. And then, not to say they're the only ones. Obviously, the whole world was like fighting for land and killing each other. But more specifically, Rome scared me because it was so aggressive and just so crazy to me. And I think that that's why it's important that I talk about it, because a Gemini being represented as like the two twins founding Rome, if it wasn't for the Romans and all of that, like they would have never sailed across at that time to the west, finding the Americas according to the Europeans, even though the Americas were been found, been established and everything. According to them, they were they were discovering the Americas. But Christopher Columbus, everybody knows, was looking for funding to take this expedition to try to find a faster way, I think, to go to India or something like that. And he ended up going the opposite way and finding the Americas. But according to Christopher Columbus, he was following a star in the sky, but he was able to find funding through the Catholic Church. So it's just like kind of hand in hand. There's so many things that happens that it's just like, I like to think everything happens for a reason, and all of these things tie together for me. That's why I do these videos. That's why I'm so keen on astrology, zodiac, all of this. But I feel like I did get a little off topic, bringing Christopher Columbus into this. Anyways, let's get into what these two twins represent. A lot of people like to say Geminis are two-faced, and I agree. I agree in the sense that they have two lives they like to live. Depends what moods they're in and what mood they're in. I do have a lot of Geminis in my life. I was married to a Gemini, and my best friend since childhood is a Gemini. And I've dated other Geminis, and, it's just something I'm really familiar with. Geminis can be social butterflies. They like to be sometimes the center of attention, and sometimes they don't. They want spotlight on them. Even though they don't like to admit it, they want the spotlight on them. That's a fact. They're very sweet, very tender, but they can also be very aggressive. And I actually have a friend, she was saying, like, I feel like May Geminis and June Geminis are completely different. And I agree. I definitely agree. I do think that June Geminis are different than May Geminis. Geminis will be supportive, will be there for you. They're very talkative, but if they're in a bad mood, they can say really nasty things. They don't really think before they speak, and they just could be very super aggressive. And that's okay. Like, we're all humans. It is what it is. But those are just some traits of them. They have this certain charm about them, and people don't really comprehend Geminis all the time. I think they're one of the top misunderstood signs. Gemini, two-faced. I don't want to deal with them. They're too much for me. They're too this, they're too that. Honestly, who cares if they have two? I feel like I have multiple personalities. I have more than two personalities. They only have two. That's it. I have like six. Geminis only have two. Okay? So it's either they're this way or they're not. They're not going to be this, that, this, that, that. There's two sides, and you're going to know both of those sides. And that's fine. You know, I'm not going to point out any names or anything. Like, with my ex, to the world, she was one way. To me, she was another way. And that's fine. It is what it is, you know? And for me, they're like Sour Patch Kids. They're like, and then they're like, I'm so sorry. I love you so much. Would I ever date another Gemini? I don't know. That's a question I should start asking in these videos. Would you date you know, as a Virgo, I feel like I'm always bumping heads with them. I'm always like, you know, it's crazy because with my ex-wife, we didn't really fight a lot. Like, we did, but she wasn't so aggressive. But then I dated this other Gemini, and she was super aggressive, and I would get to the point where, like, I just don't care, and I wasn't gonna even try to pursue that no more. My best friend growing up, she's a Gemini. We've had one fight our whole friendship, and it was really nothing crazy, and we got over it, and that's it. And it wasn't even like a fight, it was just like a simple disagreement. So it just gives and takes. Geminis do have a soft spot for me, you know, and I think that maybe I wouldn't date a Gemini sun. I am currently dating a Gemini moon, which I don't know if it's worse. I don't know if it's worse, but it's in there. It's, you know, like, it's like I can't get away from Geminis as a Virgo. Like, if you guys are seeing this, leave a comment. Like, if you're a Virgo, or if you have Virgo placements, and do you always happen to find yourself coming across Geminis, please let me know. Okay. But yeah, Geminis in high vibration, they can accomplish so much like any other sign, just because they're social butterflies. People kind of flock to them. People want to be their friends. Geminis in low vibration, very negative. They like to chisme, which means like gossip, a lot. And it's okay to gossip, but you gotta be careful who you gossip with. Like, a Gemini will gossip with literally everyone. Like, someone they just met, and they'll just start gossiping, you know, like. And they hide a lot of stuff. They will keep things from you, for sure. I'm not gonna say they liars. I'm not gonna base this off of my last, you know, Gemini relationship. But, you know, I do feel like they can lie or bend the truth and stuff like that. But it is what it is. You may not ever find out about their lies. Only if you find out on your own terms, because they're not going to tell you. Period. All right. Anyways, guys, not every Gemini is a liar, so please don't get offended when I say this. more low vibration Geminis. Okay, not, you know, not if you're, you know, you know if you're what you're doing. Don't take this offensively. I'm just talking in general. If people want to get to know Geminis, no. You'll know if someone's on high vibration based on their aura and how they treat you. And you know if they're in low vibration. So keep that into consideration. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bodega Profeta. Please like and subscribe. Comment anything you want to say, any commentary, just let me know.